All right, we're going to do a new score for the next couple days. This is going to be another churning exercise because they're so good for being relatively simple to input and to teach us little things along the way. So I've got this little exercise from 100 recreations. This is number 2, and I'm going to input 3-4 time signature as well as the number of bars. So if I'm just doing a quick count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, I'm just going to assume, I can modify this later, that it's 8, 16, 24 measures long at 3-4. So let's get to it. 3-4 time signature. I'm changing this. Ooh, wrong way. Tempo, I'll just pop on 120 and I can change that later. I'm just going to change this to 24. And again, I can always change that later too. Let's call this Churney Recreations number 2. Carl Churney is the composer. Want to just, I don't know, I'll just add this in lyricist. This is our 6th score, so score 6. And the subtitle is going to be 100 Recreations because that's the collection it's from. Number 2. That should get us started. And today we're going to basically be doing the first line because I want to show you how to input dynamics, which is pretty straightforward, and we'll do more detailed dynamic controls tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything. There we go. Everything split screen here. All right, so let's review basic note input, hitting N for notes, number 5 for quarter notes. And I'm just going to enter in the right hand notes. E, F, G, 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 F, D. And now to finish the line, we're going to input a dotted half note. We've not done any dotted notes yet. So for a half note, as you know, we hit number 6 because that's going to get us to the half note selection. But to get the dot, all we have to do is hit the number we want and then a dot, just the period button. So now when I hit C, I should have a half note dot. And I'll hit the enter button too because I want that to be the end of the line. All right, now let's go decorate this a little bit. We have a slur, so highlight S, staccato, highlight, remember Shift S, that's a slight difference. And then we're going to have that same pattern. Highlight the note, Shift S for staccato, slur, Shift, and then just regular S, staccato, highlight, Shift dot, and then the last ones are slur. We have a double treble clef situation down here, so we'll go to palettes, and I'm going to drag the treble clef into the bottom to make sure that we have the treble clef there. Note input mode on, and 6 dot to make the dotted half note. C, wrong octave, so I got a control down arrow, get that in the right octave. C and then G, control up, G, C, back down, E, whoops, wrong note, control Z, just delete that, E, G, back down to C to finish. Control down arrow. All right, is there any, there is a legato in the left hand, so I'll select the left hand notes. S for slur, there we go. Now, before I finish today by adding the dynamic details, I just want to add the bar lines because we've got a repeat marking here. So I'm just going to drag and drop that repeat. And I think we've pretty much, aside from the fingering, which actually, yeah, maybe let's practice inputting that a little bit. I've got my note selected, going under the fingering panel, and I'm going to press finger number 1 and then Alt arrow. I don't think I really need to enter in all of these because the whole hand position doesn't even move. Maybe I'll just enter in a couple, just for funsies. Let's do number 3 here. Maybe for the staccatos, I'll put finger number 4. And honestly, let's just call it a day there because it's pretty straightforward. Okay, left hand, click 5. Maybe on that G, I'll click finger 1. And again, let's call it a day there. Now let's get into dynamic input. All right, so on the palette sidebar on the left, I'm going to open up dynamics. And here's basically, like I said, we'll do more detailed stuff with this tomorrow, but I'm just going to be dragging and dropping. So dragging the piano, you can't just drag it into the empty space. It won't work. You have to make it correspond with a note. So you see how the first note of the right hand's going blue? This is going to basically mean the dynamic marking applies to the right hand. And since I have a crescendo for the next set, these are roughly the 5 notes the crescendo lines up with. So I've just highlighted them. I'm going to click the crescendo and that should match up nicely. And then I do the same thing, click the note where I want the mezzo forte to be and then click mezzo forte. There we go. So this is just very basic dynamic setup, add in crescendos and so forth. Again, we'll do a little bit more note input tomorrow as well as more dynamic input as well.